Hey guys, I hope you're well. It's Dave here. So a funny thing happened before. I was doing a live stream for my premium members, and for some reason it just cut out midway, and then there was a button saying go live. So I clicked that, and then I just went completely public to everyone. And I was there on the camera just like looking at my computer trying to figure things out. And I was like, oh no, I'm actually public right now. So I've decided, you know what, I'll just jump on and might as well just jump back on to the public live stream and just do an impromptu hello and chat with everyone. So how's everyone doing? If you have any questions, just leave them. Let's do a quick chat. I'm not going to stay on for this live stream for too long, but you know, I just want to say hi. And this is the sort of thing that I do maybe every 1 or 2 months on for my premium members, and I go in depth on some more topics. But yeah, let's just have a casual chat here on YouTube. So, already got some questions come in. Slow dancing in a burning room. When is slow dancing in a burning room coming? I get this question asked almost every day. It is coming this year, right? The reason why I've put this off so long is because it's my favorite song of all time. I really want to do it justice, but I also am, I want to kind of get the right gear for it as well, and just do it justice. There's a strat that I'm eyeing off that I want to get for the lesson, but we'll see how we go. You heard the F-bomb. Did I drop the F-bomb? Oh, gosh. That's funny as. Did I drop the F-bomb? Wow. Okay, that's funny. I apologize for that. Anyway, slow dancing in a burning room is coming. What of my favorite strings? My favorite strings are Elixir, light, so 12 to 53, I believe, on the acoustic, but I use OptiWebs on my electric guitars. Those gauges depend on what guitar I'm playing, so I'll do 9s if it's a Strat. If I'm playing on a Les Paul, I'll do 10s. Thank you so much, Aeromancy, for watching my videos and checking me out. Would like to see Vermilion Part 2? That's a great song by Slipknot. I love that song. Me and my friend did a cover of it back when we were like 16 years old. Really, I asked about the Sing in 2022 and you said next year, lol. Yeah. Look, slow dancing has been put off for a long time, but trust me, it's coming. I just want to make sure it's perfect. Is there any song that you're working on for personal growth? Right now, and I mentioned this on YouTube, my live stream for my members, I'm personally working on a lot more blues at the moment. Stuff like this. I butchered that right then, but fingerstyle blues and stuff is sort of what I'm working on at the moment, and blues in general, because blues is technically easy. It sounds easy, the form is easy, but mastering it is very different story. But I'm watching a lot of other great YouTube teachers out there who are phenomenal, and learning a lot from them. Would you do more Red Hot Chili Peppers? Yeah, I want to do more Chili Peppers in the future, so that's coming. What price range would you recommend for a beginner guitar? I've heard spending more secondhand is better than a cheap one. Yeah, you could go secondhand one. There's a lot of people who do buy like nice guitars and they just never use them. But price range, you can get a really nice beginner guitar for, $300-400 US. You don't have to spend a crazy amount. This guitar is wonderful, and this is only 300 US, I believe. It's a Morgan mahogany from Orangewood. Anyway, I'm buying an electric guitar soon. Can you recommend one? Depends on your budget. Depends on the genre you want to play. But you could go Epiphone. You could go Squire or the Player Fender series. Yamaha makes some really good entry level guitars. There's also Sterling by Music Man makes some really good entry level guitars. I'm trying to learn arpeggios more than the basic A minor pentatonic scale. Do you have lessons on these? I don't have any lessons on arpeggios, but there's plenty of other really great YouTube teachers out there that will teach arpeggios. Arpeggios. I think that's the arpeggio right there. That sort of stuff. That's more like sweeping. Anyway, a lot of song requests here. Now with song requests, guys, I do only have a very limited amount of time, so that's why I can't fulfill them all. It takes a really long time to actually produce these songs, song lessons, as you can imagine. That's why you only see sort of one sort of lesson a week these days, because it takes a long time to actually create them, sit down, plan, edit, film. And now that I've got a little one, it's, you know, even trickier because I have to dedicate a lot of my time to her. Are you going to do more MCR or Green Day? Yeah, definitely. At some point I will. Don't know when, but yeah, there's a couple of more MCR that I'm looking to do. I think I'm going to be doing Famous Last Words is one more MCR I want to do, MCR song. For Green Day, I want to do Jesus or Suburbia, which is another good one. Your advice on how to learn to improvise. I feel like all the stuff on YouTube is a bit overwhelming. I think really keeping it simple is my advice. Learn one scale pattern, and that's usually the minor pentatonic scale, and just spend time with that one scale and trying to make music, not just like going up and down the scale, because that sounds boring. Just take time. Hang on, I just need to turn on some things. Alright, so this is the major pentatonic scale, and that form right there. You know, a lot of people know that shape and scale pattern. So to improvise, load up a backing track, or even better, create your own chord loop. So hang on. Alright, so you got a backing track, just use that one scale, and you don't need to use many notes. Make it simple, right? Really simple. You don't need to play a million miles a second. Now I did extend that scale pattern out a little bit with 3 extra notes, but I was really just using that one scale pattern. All right, you don't need to make it super complicated. The more you learn, the more you think you have to add in, but really a lot of the time that one scale pattern writes itself, and you just need to be creative about how you use it on top of a progression. So yeah, don't overwhelm yourself and stuff all this extra stuff in. Start basic and just try to make some cool melodies, and try to avoid, if you're improvising, just doing this up and down the scale. pause, let it breathe, play, different combinations of notes, and yeah, don't just go up and down, up and down, up and down. Did I like the new Hosier album? I didn't listen to much of it, to be honest. Did you play Down Under for Australia Day? I did indeed. That's why I made that lesson, because Australia Day was coming up. I thought, why not do it an Aussie classic? How do I pick songs? I pick songs. One is impact. Do I know a lot of people are going to enjoy it? Because if I pick these really obscure songs, then sure, it might help a few people. But, I could be using my time to help more people, right? I want to help as many people as possible with the limited time I have. So that's one thing. Will it have reach? And then the other thing is, do I like the song? Do I personally enjoy playing the song? And if so, that's how I'll pick them. What do I think of Ed Sheeran's guitar brand? Loudon, I have played a couple of Loudons. I was recently at the NAMM show in California, and I played a couple of them, but it was really hard to hear anything. If anyone's attended that place before, there's just so much noise going on. So playing an acoustic guitar is almost impossible to actually feel it. But I'm sure Loudon is a great brand. It felt really nice, but I just couldn't really hear what was going on. What guitar is this one? This is made in Japan, traditional 60s series. So this was built in 2017, and this is I love this guitar because it's got gold hardware, and I love gold hardware on my guitars. But this one, yeah, made in Japan. I got this in a trip to Japan. This instantly spoke out to me. I was like, oh my God, I need to have that guitar. So I bought it. And yeah, it's probably my favorite guitar. But they unfortunately don't make this color combination anymore. All right. Any more questions? How long have I been playing? Almost. I started when I was 14, and I'm 34 now. So yeah, I've been playing guitar for 20 years. That's pretty crazy. Guitar, yeah. Guitar's not a race, right? Like I think I'm a pretty good guitarist, but there's definitely guys on YouTube out there that are so much better than me. And I know that. But you know what? You stick to your own lane. You try to understand that guitar is just a hobby. It's a lifelong skill. It's something you're going to be doing, hopefully, for the rest of your life if you enjoyed it enough. So there's no race. I'm always learning myself. So it doesn't really matter how long you've been playing. I think what matters is that you just keep enjoying the process of learning and playing. And yeah, don't be concerned. Don't compare yourself to other guitar players and how long they've been playing. Because, there's kids that have been playing guitar for like 2-3 years that are probably better than me. And I shouldn't compare myself to them because, everyone's got a different natural talent. Did I learn to play guitar by myself? I did pretty much. I learned by myself for like a few months, and then I went and got a guitar teacher for about 10 weeks. There was like 10 weekly lessons, and he pointed me in the right direction. He fixed up some of my technique and gave me a bunch of songs that were good for developing certain skills. And then from that point, I learned everything myself. Do I ever talk to Marty Music? I have met Marty once. Lovely guy. I didn't meet him at the NAMM show this year. But yeah, Marty's an absolute legend. And yeah, mad respect for him because what he's done for the guitar community and what he's pioneered is awesome. Oh, Jerry's here. Hey Jerry, you missed the premium live stream, but here you are on the public live stream. Hope you're well. Oh, Siri just turned on then. How long did it take to learn bar chords? Bar chords is something you just gotta plug at for a while, they're not going to sound perfect at the start. But over time, your hand just gets used to them. Oh, Siri, stop it. Oh my God, stop it. All right. Any tips on how to teach little ones? Have you researched that recently? No, I haven't. I mean, that will be something that I will definitely look into in the future. Once my little ones, she's nearly 2 years old, but yeah, I think that's probably a little too early to start teaching her. She's lovely. I think she's gonna be a drummer more than a guitarist. She just loves banging and making noise, and she grabs like the lids of our pots and just smashes them together like cymbals. It's pretty cute. All right. If they gave you an acoustic guitar and asked you to play something, what would you play to impress? Oh, look, that's a tricky one. I would probably, like, my natural instinct is to always just go, that is a song called Bloom by the Paper Kites, which is absolutely amazing. I have a tutorial for it. That is sometimes it's not a crazy complex or difficult song, but it sounds beautiful. So that's like always my go-to finger picking song, I would say. And I really like Cannonball. Yeah, something like that. Have I ever busked before? Funny, yeah. Me and my friend, when we were like 17 years old, we decided to try our luck at busking. So we went into the shopping center local to us, and yeah, we just put our guitar cases out and played some songs, and we made a little bit of money. It was a bit of fun, but yeah, we didn't really keep it up. But I have played like in covers bands and stuff like that, and that's a lot of fun. Do I know any other instruments? I know how to play like basic beats on the drum kit. I'd love to have a drum kit one day, like, and really learn. But no, I wouldn't say I'm proficient in any other instruments. I can dabble in other instruments. What is my greatest tip for guitar? My greatest tip for guitar is to just have fun. Don't be hard on yourself. Learn the songs that you enjoy, and yeah, just have a good time, and don't compare yourself to others. There's like 5 tips there and roll into one, but yeah, it depends what you want. Like, the tip that I give you for guitar really depends on your goal. You need to set a goal for yourself when you're doing anything in life. And I think that helps you get to a certain point. Like, so if you have a goal to just play your favorite songs and just have fun, then there's certain tips that I'd give you for that. But if you want it to be like the best shredder in the world, then there's other tips that I'd probably give you, which is like, you play with a metronome, and that's important in general. Practicing, when it comes to practicing, practice with metronome. Learn the notes on the fretboard. That's really important. Basic music theory really helps when it comes to songwriting. But yeah, it does all depend on your goals. I have an old Yamaha acoustic guitar that I love, and I want to play open mics, but they require electric plug-in. Do you recommend adding electrics, or to get an acoustic electric? You can get aftermarket pickups on guitars. They're pretty simple to install. I think you just need to get like a guitar tech to drill a hole and install everything for you. You can get ones where you don't need to drill a hole, I believe, but just get a good one. I think LR Bags make really great aftermarket pickups, so check out them. you know, I've never actually installed one personally, but I know that LR Bags are a really well-renowned aftermarket pickup manufacturer. So yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend just buying a brand new guitar. If you love your guitar, just use it and you can upgrade with another pickup. First song I learned on the electric. I think it was, I believe, Nothing Else Matters, because you can learn that bit so easily. And this is where it starts getting harder. Yeah, anyway, that was the first one that I really tried to learn on electric. I mean, it is a tricky song, but it develops a lot of skills. So it's a challenge, but yeah, I didn't learn it from start to finish all in one go either. Like as a beginner, it sounded way worse than that. Can I play Neon? Alright, Neon, I'm sure if you've seen in the video, it took me 4 months to learn that properly. If I was to pick up, I had to practice that every single day to remember it. If I was to try right now, I don't reckon I'd be able to do it. I've forgotten a lot of it, but the main riff, let's see. Almost. Almost. Yeah, I need to practice it a little bit more. That is a really challenging song, but it's all in the right hand. Will I ever do a Stop This Train tutorial? Yes, it's coming, but because I love that song. That's probably another song that, you know, I would pick up and play on an acoustic guitar to impress someone. 63-year-old beginner. Thanks to you, I learned my first song, Dust in the Wind. That's awesome to hear, Gene. What's easier to you, John Mayer's Neon right-hand technique or 3 to 4 finger picking? What's easier? I'm more used to 3 to 4 finger finger picking. You know, like stuff like that. Oh. The right-hand technique is tricky. Yeah, it takes a lot of getting used to. What are some Aussie songs that you love? I love Crowded House. So Don't Dream It's Over, Fall at Your Feet. That's a great band. Powderfinger is another great band. Silverchair, Old Silverchair, are one of my favorite Aussie bands. Paper Kites, they're an Aussie band. Absolutely love them. Can I play Ocean by John Butler? I can't. I've never actually tried to learn Ocean by John Butler, and I believe I need to have a 12-string guitar in order to play that properly. So yeah, I haven't actually tried that. Can you play with the left hand? No, I've never tried playing left hand. Any advice for practicing strumming patterns? I'd use a metronome to keep yourself accountable, and just to strum more in the... oh, just dropped my pick. Right here. Strum more using a loose wrist and grip rather than a tight... You know, strumming like this is going to wear out your arm and your hand. Keep it loosey-goosey. Yeah, cool. More questions coming in. How do you hold and play with your pick? I play with my pick. I don't like when I hold my pick, I don't actually have a grip on it. It's pretty light. The way I like to describe it is it as if I was holding a Polaroid picture. That's the sort of grip I would hold my pick with, you know? I'm not squeezing it to death. The more you squeeze it to death, you're not actually letting that pick flex. And then that's where your pick is actually going to start to move. When you let your pick flex as you go up and down, that's how, you know, you actually maintain a good grip of your pick. It's kind of counterintuitive. What's my favorite thing to do after playing the guitar? Tennis. I love tennis. Tennis is I've been obsessed with tennis the last couple of years to the point where it's almost like overtaken guitar is my favorite hobby. I'm a little guilty to say that, but yeah, like all I think about is tennis. My wife will probably tell you that she's sick of hearing me talk about tennis. So yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot of lately. That's my second favorite hobby. While I'm playing Daddy Mayer songs, play slow dancing. Low E's out of tune here. My favorite Taylor Swift song is Enchanted. I love everything from Speak Now. I like it. Her new stuff's alright, but really, vintage Taylor Swift is the best. Anything on Speak Now, Fearless, Red is even like, yeah, I love Red as well. Who's your favorite guitar player? That would be John Mayer. It'd be John Frusciante. And it would be Eric Clapton. Who else? Kirk Hammett used to be one of my favorites. I had a metal phase when I was a teenager. But yeah, right now it's John Mayer. He's just phenomenal. Will I ever do a tutorial for that song? Yes, someone asked that before. It is coming. It is coming at some point. What song playing do you never forget? It would be this one here. Under the Bridge. Are you ever going to audition for Australian Idol? Well, I can't sing, so that would be a complete disaster. Are you a composer? Yes, I used to write in a band. If you want to hear some of my old band's music, you could check out The Native Architects, For Our Hero. So For Our Hero, so FORURHERO. So Native Architects, For Our Hero, and then I was also in a band called Mayfire, MAEFIRE. What is my favorite guitar shop? I really like Casey's Rock Shop just down the road from me because they're local and they're nice. I'm from Australia, that is correct. Can we judge whether or not you can sing? No, I'm not going to sing this time around. Yeah, I'm no good at singing. Favorite female songwriter, modern era and OG. Modern, it's got to be Taylor Swift for sure. I love Taylor Swift. She's a great songwriter. OG era or older, probably Gwen Stefani is like, she's one of my other, like, no doubt is unreal. Favorite Beatles song? It is, this is a really tricky one. It's probably, that's really tricky. Probably something or While My Guitar Gently Weeps, because that is just an epic song. How is Yamaha guitar? Yamaha's an amazing brand, so really, really great value stuff from Yamaha. I recommend. Lots of gold in Australia. Yeah, there is. There's a place called Ballarat that has a like a mining town, a mining sort of attraction called Sovereign Hill, which is a lot of fun. Me and my wife went there for our honeymoon. We went to Dalesford for our honeymoon, but we went over to Sovereign Hill for fun. I remember when you sung, Dave. Yeah, I used to sing in my old tutorials. So if you want to hear me sing my terrible singing, you can go to my super old tutorials. Favorite Sum 41 song to play? It would be Fat Lip. I'm not going to detune this guitar. But yeah, Fat Lip, I love playing that. Wanted to thank you for how accessible your videos are for me. I'm blind and you know there are many visual elements you are very good at explaining. That's awesome to hear, Trenton. Really glad to hear that my videos are useful. That's why I do this, to help others play the guitar. What would be the requirements for mastering fingerstyle? Well, just getting good independence into your fingers, I would say, into your finger picking hand, getting good independence there. For arranging fingerstyle, I'd say there'd be a requirement to understand theory, chord theory, scales, and that sort of stuff, because you got to know how to arrange fingerstyle by, understanding the chord progressions and then building the melody around that. I'm screwing up my picking pattern when I try to sing, fairly new to guitar. Any tips to that? When it comes to playing and singing at the same time, if you haven't mastered guitar yet, or whatever you're learning, and then you're trying to add singing on top, you're just complicating things further. So you need to just learn to play the guitar part to the point where you can do it without even thinking, and then you can add singing. Because if you're stumbling along on that guitar part and you're not adding singing, well, adding singing is just going to make it 10 times harder. So learn the two individually, master the two individually, and then put them together. You can play Neon after 7 or 8 months. That's insane. Good stuff. You're going to be teaching me one day, Andy, I would say. I've been making my own songs. Would you make a song in the future or no? Unfortunately, I only stick to the bigger artists at this point in time because, as I said before, I have limited time, so I need to do the lessons that will help the most people, or a lot of people know. Who's your favorite band? My favorite band is probably the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, I love those guys. I really like Metallica as well, although I don't listen to them that much anymore. But Chili Peppers are still up there with my favorite band. Recently, I went and saw Blink-182, which was really awesome. What's a song you like playing but have to tune your guitar to for some annoying tuning? Yellow by Coldplay. That sounds beautiful when you detune it, but it's really annoying. Hosier stuff. He always detunes his guitars as well. It's really annoying. Have I tried Polyphia? No, I haven't tried Polyphia. That's probably a challenge that I'd want to take some point, but I haven't gotten around to it. Tips for songwriting. My tips for songwriting is you probably learn some basic chord theory. If you're songwriting and you have no understanding of what works well together or how music really works, then you're kind of going to be shooting in the dark. And it's not necessary, because there is something nice about just exploring and experimenting with sounds and notes, but learning theory really is quite helpful when it comes to composing. What's my favorite Red Hot Chili Peppers song? Under the Bridge. But apart from that, it's probably I really, really like Zephyr song, Scar Tissue as well. Soul to Squeeze is one of my favorites as well. How many guitars do I own? I have lost count, but it's in the range of 20. Thank you for the electric videos. No problem, Omer. Have you ever played guitar in front of Kangaroos? I have not, but Kangaroos are not too far from me. If I drive like 10 minutes that way, I'd find a kangaroo. In fact, during COVID, I was walking home. I was walking my dog, and during COVID, Melbourne had the harshest lockdown, I'm pretty sure, around the world. We weren't allowed outside of a 5-kilometer radius of our house, so all you could do was just walk around your house. And then we had a curfew as well. Anyway, crazy. I'm not going to get into it. I was walking my dog at night, and on the other side of the street, and this is pretty unheard of where I am. Like, I know there's kangaroos like maybe 10 minutes down the road, but in our area, you don't really see it often. I was walking down, and this massive male kangaroo was just bouncing on the other side of the street. And I was just looked at it, and my dog was like, what the hell is going on? That was very bizarre. I'm glad it was on the other side of the street as well, because if you've seen male kangaroos, they can get pretty vicious. If I had a kid, which song would I try to teach them first? Well, I'd probably try to teach them songs that they already enjoy. Like, if I do have a kid, but she likes nursery rhymes. If I was to try to teach her guitar, I'd probably try to teach her nursery rhymes. But whatever they're familiar with, I would say, or like have an interest in playing. Do you know Tommy Emmanuel? I know of Tommy Emmanuel. I don't know him personally. Although I wish I did know him personally. He's an amazing guitarist. Tommy, if you're watching, I'm free for a coffee or a chat anytime. My shout. What's my favorite Green Day song? It would be... that's a good question. I really like Jesus Suburbia or Holiday. Holiday is really good. Anything from that American Idiot album is just like phenomenal. Yeah. Never knew you were from Melbourne. I'm coming to Melbourne from university. That's awesome. Melbourne Uni is a great uni, so you'll have a good time there. I went to Monash Uni back in the day. That's before I started YouTube. I was actually an engineer. Not many people probably know that. I studied structural engineering, and I was an engineer for about 3 years before I was like, guitar's more for me. Can I do more Noah Kahan songs? I'll have a listen. Noah Kahan is awesome. Keith Urban rocks. He sure does. I saw Keith Urban live, and he is so awesome. Have you ever been to Springvale? Yeah, Springvale is known as like a Vietnamese suburb. Like, well, I'm personally Vietnamese, so yeah, when my parents used to go there when I was young, we'd go there every week to do our shopping, even though we lived like half an hour away. But yeah, I haven't been there in a while. But yeah, it's a nice area. How's my trip to Nam show? Yeah, Nam was awesome. I got to, meet a lot of cool people. I sometimes work with brands and I don't get to meet them in person because I live here in Australia. You just go back and forth between emails. So it was nice to actually go there, meet people in person, meet other creators. Because there's not many people out there to kind of do what we do. There's increasingly more people, but it's hard to talk to someone who can sort of relate. But at the NAMM show, I was talking to Jens Larsen, who's a phenomenal guy. He teaches jazz guitar, right? He's probably the biggest jazz guitar teacher online, and he's great. So I met up with Guitar Goddess and Groovy Guitar Dude. They're such a lovely couple. They're so nice. I was blown away by how lovely they were. So made good friends with them. Paul Davids, chatted to him for a little bit. Nice biceps. Oh yeah, they're okay. I haven't worked out in a while. What would you do if a scary spider started crawling on your favorite guitar? Probably take the guitar outside and flick the spider off. There's a lot of Australia related questions coming from Livs Dan. Do you have a fascination with Australia? It seems. Do I work out? I only play tennis. Tennis is my form of working out, but I don't go to the gym or anything. Do I ever get grief from labels, including full playthroughs? No, generally speaking, on YouTube, if you do a cover of a song, you will just revenue share. So the artist and the label, they make their money off the playthrough. So it's generally not an issue. Some labels and some artists, though, don't even allow covers. So if you tried to cover Hotel California, you might be in a little bit of trouble. So that's why I haven't really taught that lesson yet. What's my name? It's Dave. Will you ever come to the US? Yeah, I was just there for the NAMM show. I went to California for a couple of weeks, which is fun. Have I ever heard of Earl Clue? No, I have not. Oh, you're Australian too. Oh, that's good to hear. Subscribe to Guitar Zero Hero Premium. That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying the teaching there. My favorite country artist is Keith Urban. Indeed. Okay. Is it possible to teach Hotel California without a full playthrough? Technically, yes, but I'd rather stay away from it just to be safe. But yeah, technically I could probably teach it and not do a playthrough and get flagged, but I'd rather probably stay away from it. Do I think rip-offs are cool? I'm not sure what you mean by rip-offs. Will there be more Sum 41? Potentially. Do you know the song Highway Don't Care? Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, it sounds familiar, but yeah. No, not off the top of my head. 3 greatest songs of all time in your opinion. Oh, that's too hard. But Slow Dancing in a Burning Room has to be up there. And then Layla by Eric Clapton's up there as well. So the third one, yeah, is up for debate, in my opinion. All right. Well, I've been on here for a while, so I might call it a day. It's been nice chatting to my subscribers here. I usually do these sort of live Q&As with more in-depth teaching on my Guitar Zero Hero premium membership. I do that like every 1 or 2 months. There's a whole bunch of other stuff you can learn in the premium membership. It includes a full course, so be sure to check that out if you like. But yeah, I'm gonna pop off now. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I've enjoyed chatting to you, answering some of your questions. Might see you guys another time in the future. Anyways, until then, take care.